Hello and welcome to PRGI, Polishedrelish Game Ideas, a new series I'm making where I discuss potentially interesting game ideas and how they could or could have played out. Today I wanted to talk about an idea that's been floating around in my head for a while, that being Pokemon Sun 2 and Moon 2. Pokemon Sun and Moon released on the 3DS in 2016. In 2017 brought us the expanded releases, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Okay, you already know all this. But what if it was different? What if they had instead made a sequel to the story of Sun and Moon? I think it could have been feasible for these reasons. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon already laid the foundation for a sequel, with a revamped region, expanded Pokédex, remixed battle themes, a new look for the UI, legendaries from past games, and even some new in-game events. The new protagonist designs are the same people, but you could probably pass them off as new trainers if you had to. This should all be giving you some deja vu, because all of these changes are present in the only direct Pokemon sequel, Black 2 and White 2. I'd even say Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon went further with some of these changes than Black 2 and White 2 did. But the only thing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon would have needed to be a sequel is, well, a new plot. I'm not much of a writer, but I could still see a fair bit of potential with the plot of the original Sun and Moon. It ends on a satisfying note, with you becoming the first champion, Hao completing his island challenge, and Lily going off to Kanto. I don't think those characters need any more expansion, but there's still a lot we could do with a new story that's set, let's say, a year later. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's plot was centered around Necrozma, with an extra emphasis on Ultra Wormholes in the original games. The island challenge was also changed in some areas, which gives us more than a good start for a new plot. Other simple changes would be putting the protagonist on a new island to start off with, shuffling the trials and their captains a bit more, and changing areas to reflect the passage of time since the first game. In terms of who you'll see throughout the game, Kukui could stay as the professor while the rival role could be taken up by a new character. That leaves the evil team, which is where we run into some issues. The Aether Foundation and Team Skull would already have been taken down at this point, with one leader retiring and the other leader really retiring. Wouldn't be as easy to revive them as it was with, say, Team Plasma. If I had to make up an idea for an evil team you'd face, maybe it would be interesting to see some sort of cult that wants to see Necrozma steal all the light. They could even clash with the Ultra Recon squad, who would spend the entire game trying to tell them that Necrozma stealing all the light is, in fact, not good news. As for the post-game, episode RR could work just fine, albeit with some alterations to fit the original Aether Foundation as opposed to the peaceful one seen in Ultra Sun Ultra Moon, which episode RR is built off of. Besides that, and everything else Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon already added, some more Battle Tree bosses like some ones from Generation 2, and some new routes, which were desperately needed to begin with, would be a nice way to round off the game. But that's all I've got for how this game would have been, but could this still be done today? In my opinion, no. The uniformity of both games being on the 3DS is no longer possible, and it wouldn't be that tidy to cram a sequel in the middle of an unrelated generation with unrelated mechanics. Now, why didn't Game Freak make this in the first place? We don't know for sure, but it's most likely because they were busy working on the Let's Go games along with Sword and Shield, both of which would have been well into their development cycles at the time of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's release. The 3DS is also in the late stage of its life, which you might think would discourage Game Freak, but keep in mind, Black 2 and White 2 released on the DS after the 3DS got its first revision. Now, how much would I have liked to see this? Very much, that's how much. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are my favorite Pokemon games, but man, if we had gotten sequels instead. Ugh, but that's all I have for today. Let me know down in the comments if you think this would have been a good idea, or maybe if you've thought of something similar. I'd like to know what you guys think. As for this series, I could see myself making more videos on it going forward. I've definitely been wanting to make this kind of video for a while. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching, and make sure to play an Alola game or replay it if you already have. Come on, you and I both know it's been a while. See you guys. Bye.